Hello YouTube, welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Just me and Valinar, I think, this time.
Yeah,
You're not even
looks
here.
that way.
You're not even here prancing with me.
Yes, I was saving.
Saving what? Saving
Equipment sets.
Oh. Oh, how embarrassing. We both came using the same style. I changed from Gunlance just for a change of pace.
Nice. You're using Bushido, and I'm using Guild.
Yep. Just because I haven't used it that much.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I made myself drunk. It's like we never stopped playing Deep Rock Galactic.
Yeah. Clean up then.
What is your hair?
Barrier?
I've never seen a Barrier with that full head of hair.
Not Barrier, Barrier.
Yes, I know you said Barrier. I said Barrier. This is a turtle situation.
Yes. That's what the helmet for it looks like.
Okay.
It gives you a nice long hair.
Yeah, that's not a bad thing to warm up with. A hyper monster, but an easy hyper monster.
I guess, yeah. That should be fine. Do I have my antidotes on me? Yes.
We have our cats. They're our antidotes.
Don't think that's how that works.
They cure our insert cat noises here. Like that Devil May Cry song.
Yeah. I think I found it.
I am next door. It's alright. Need to turn this a little bit. There.
It's just gonna move once you turn it.
Yeah, she keeps on just putting a ball into view and then running off. Oh, I was in the wrong part. I thought she was in the bit with the Rathian. Or it was in the bit with the Rathian.
Nope. Just the usual, where they all spawn, basically, on this map. The bridge bit.
I also equipped a Hunter art. I don't remember what it is. I think it's like Ultimate Poise. It's called Fortress Walls.
I have never used that one. I think that's one of the new ones, possibly.
Yes, maybe.
Oh, there was a fake out. Okay.
Forgot how you do the... Well, you said I was Bushido. I'm Brave. Slash Valor.
You are brave. Oh. Okay. Brave isn't my thing.
Yeah, it does. It drains too much health for a successful usage of it to make it super useful.
I'd rather just use guild style.
Takes away so many of your combos as well, and you can't charge attacks outside of Bushido. Ah, you got me doing it now as well, outside of Brave. Oh wait, no, when you fill the bar you get them back.
I'd hope so. No idea where
Anyway.
like brave style ranks compared to the other styles.
Well, you only have one bar to fill, and you get a sweet, like quite long sidestep when it's filled.
I guess that could be useful, but is it worth it?
And you get to do the Brave level charge, which is better than the normal level charge. It's gonna flash us his genitals.
Gross.
Is that fake
Not
out
for
again?
real. It's a fake death.
Ah.
Well, since he's already woken up, eh? Or not. Come on, let me do the thing. Kaboom!
I've
There
activated
it goes.
Fortress Walls.
Okay. What the hell does it do?
I think it just makes you immune to falling over, and like your defense goes way up, but I don't think you can sprint. Yeah, I can't. No, wait, no, you can't dodge.
Oh, that's... Maybe with a blocking weapon then.
Well, I thought with the Brave style dodge, essentially, you don't need to move.
I guess,
It wouldn't
yeah.
work with Bushido because Bushido you have to initiate an evade to trigger the animation. Your cat has a flower on its head.
And you're not carving.
I thought it was. Huh, it's weird.
Yes, my
Like get hit
cat
by a
is wearing
Jaggy
a
or something?
vase. Possible, I didn't see one, but then again I can't.
Maybe I just held it down a bit too early.
Possible.
Yeah, the reason I picked a different Hunter art is because I still don't have at least tier 2 of the new Hunter art added in this one. I didn't want to use tier 1 because that's a bit weak.
For tier 2 we'd have to do like G rank cleanup to find it.
Yeah, I know, but that's fine. I
It's
don't
a
mind.
new one.
I'm trying out different things.
I guess that makes sense, yeah.
Sora isn't. She still thinks if she leaves a toy 2 meters away from me, that means I can throw it.
You need one of those grabby arm things.
Back scratcher?
No, like it's like a claw at the end of a long stick, and you have like a pistol grip that opens the claw.
Oh, like the thing at amusement parks, except with a gun.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I think they call it a gun claw.
Chat's trying to throw the ball, but it's not working. Get better telekinetic powers. He didn't even bring the ball back that time. You numpty.
Let me take a look what we have left here in high rank.
There was quite a
Don't
few
have anything
multi-monsters. I just didn't want to go
interesting.
a multi-monster one to warm up with.
Please go.
Oh, I think N7 Ryujin just tweeted back at me. He tried my other level when he found it hard, which is good. So I endeavoured to make my other Mario Maker level difficult.
So how are you liking it so far? Mario Maker, that
I'm
is.
liking the level maker a lot more than I thought I would. It's intuitive
Okay,
once
HF5
you
plus.
realise you're supposed to use a stylus.
Ah, yeah, of course, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Let's try bugging out.
I think I remember seeing that one.
Let's post it. Shouldn't be too hard.
That's the one,
Just
yeah.
high
I saw
rank.
it. That'll be for a skill, probably.
Presumably, unless we already unlocked it by getting G rank. That can happen, I think.
You bet I can't throw that ball. Joke's on you, she brought a bone. As you can see, the trick-or-treat bone. Yeah, I don't think I've ever shown, just to prove I wasn't making up the name of the brand of mints I have to keep my voice going. It is indeed compliments.
That's
Lest
a
you
pun.
think I was making it up.
One would think you'd hate them.
Well, I used to get a different brand from another cheapy supermarket, but then they just stopped stocking them, and that's the exact same product, just in a different box with a different name.
Ah, I see.
So,
So just generic mints.
yep.
Not to be confused with generic mints, which is something else entirely.
Or geriatrics, which is just old people.
Yeah.
Or geritol,
Ouch.
which is an American thing for old people.
Not geriatric mints is something extremely different.
Is that a sex thing?
No, that's just... It's what you did to that Arkham guard.
He turned his
Or-
face into glass?
No, not the Arkham guard, I mean Arkham Goon in today's session and the grinder.
Oh, turned into mincemeat.
Yeah.
That was purely defensive.
Yes, defensive mincemeat.
Yes. Your bloody cat hitting me to wake me up. Got me out of the brave stance.
Rip. Are you sure it wasn't my greatsword hitting you?
Yeah, because you can tell when a cat hits you because you kind of get sent flying, don't you?
Oh yeah, yep.
Scheduled my 2 videos on my other channel for Monday.
Do you have the logo yet?
Nope. He assured me today, but it's today American time, so hopefully I'll have it tomorrow. I mean, they're scheduled, so they're still going live even if I don't have it, but hopefully it will be.
Person has a couple of hours.
I mean, they've got a whole day.
Have you seen drafts?
Nope.
Ooh.
But they're essentially just copying the design I showed them from a website, as far as I'm aware. A website where you make your own logos. I'm not saying I stole it.
Yeah.
Just for context. Although I do have a bit of advice for anybody who does like commission work. Never underestimate how long something will take you. Always overestimate. Because they quoted me 3 days, and it's been, well, 6 by the end of today. Don't do that. Say, oh, it'll be about a week.
Yep, that makes sense.
Because then if it takes you less time, it's like, oh, wow, that was very, very diligent work you did there.
And if it takes you more, you've really screwed the pooch.
Mm-hmm.
Can this thing die now? Not a
I
fan.
do like the big full blooming slashes that you get from this stance. What was next on the list? Was it Zelda's Queen or Tama Mitsune?
Tama first.
Probably in the right
Might
area there.
even already be here somewhere.
Burp, burp.
Bloody Conchu.
Well,
nothing out here.
While we're waiting for a spawn, we're going to need a topic of discussion. Retweet N7 Ryujin being the first one in the world to finish my second level.
Yeah. Let's see how long the world record lasts.
I got a world record on a level, and not even one I went out my way to pick, because I was just playing a little bit of the endless mode where it just kind of gives you levels and just happened to manage it. I think it's because the person who made it didn't realise you could finish it without needing to go and collect keys. Oh, there's Tama.
Yep, there is Tama.
Thank you, Shotzi, for 20 months. Well, sorry, yeah, 20 month streak and 20 months with a tier 1 sub. Another month of great content and Sora Blips. We might actually see her do one.
Or you might not, depending on
you
how
might also
shy she
not.
is.
Yeah. Gotta get in my head that I'm not Bushido style because I keep on preparing the Bushido attack you do after a dodge, but that's not how it works.
Ooh, I got got. Got a big slap.
Yep. Soapy slap to keep you clean. Oh, I watched a terrible movie on Netflix today.
Tell me, what did you watch?
I watched The Happy Time Murders.
The hell is that? What's it about?
And
why is it bad?
It's a Melinda McCarthy comedy where she is a cop and her former partner is a puppet turned PI in a world where puppets are just accepted, but they're also like treated like humans are racist towards puppets. And
that
then
sounds horrifying.
There's a bunch of puppets that start getting murdered, and they have to work out who's getting murdered and why. And I didn't laugh.
Was it puppet on puppet crime?
The only time, yes, the only time I laughed was during the end credits when they showed like bloopers and stuff. Melinda McCarthy, this is the first film I've seen her in, but I'm familiar with her because she was in that god-awful Ghostbusters reboot. I don't get her appeal. I don't think she can act. It's not even a case of her not being funny, it's just I don't think she can act. I kept on asking myself, why are you reading this line like you are? I just don't understand. It's like she wants to shout everything but doesn't have a loud enough voice to shout, so she just kind of, I don't know, it's like gravelly and like no emotion other than gravel.
So she's got a voice fry but nothing else.
I guess. Like, it's a sad state of affairs when you're being upstaged by your co-star and your co-star is a puppet.
That is a sad state of affairs.
Because I had no problem with the guy
you're on the
voicing
Muppet
the
Show.
PI. Reminded me of Nick from Fallout 4. It was that kind of like stereotypical PI. Well, not quite as stereotype, but
close.
Yeah. I only remember hearing about it because I think Sesame Street tried to sue them. Because I think I saw, not Jim Henson's name, but his son's name in the credits, so it's definitely associated, and there's like some subtle jabs at Sesame Street type stuff.
Okay.
They also tried to do the Team America thing, where there's a very prolonged scene of two puppets having sex.
Yeah, that sounds cringeworthy.
It was more cringeworthy. Well, I was actually. I've been a long time since I've seen Team America, and I was young when I did, and I remember finding it funny. I guess it's
also. Don't mind the sirens in the background if you can hear them.
This is Joke Police.
No, I'm just transitioning into Silent Hill. Don't worry about it.
But the thing that, like, either you find the puppets having sex funny or not, but then either way they just ruin it by having like a minute-long cum shot where he's just like spraying white foam all over his office to ridiculous degrees. Just
scary
over
movie
and over.
approach.
Yeah.
That's comedy, I guess.
Yeah. If they played it closer to like an adult Sesame Street or an Avenue Q, it would have been good. But it was pretty trash, yeah. It was garbage. It doesn't help that the lead is utterly unlikable and could not act. Well, one of the leads.
And the other lead was acting like a puppet.
Yeah. Oh, that's the other thing during the end credits. It wasn't just like bloopers. They intertwined it with showing like how they did some of the scenes with the puppets, because it was practical puppets, it wasn't CG puppets. So it was quite interesting. Like, you see a character just walking next to the puppet, and then whoever's having to control it is wearing like a gigantic green sheet, like a ghost. It's quite fun.
It is quite fun.
Just so they could just green screen it out. So that stuff was interesting. Like, it's a movie where I'd be more interested in watching Here's How You Did All the Practical Muppet Effects. Sorry, legally distinct puppets, not Muppets.
Yes.
Original idea, don't sue.
But they did sue. Possibly.
Maybe, yeah.
Allegedly. Yeah, practical effects are the best.
Yes. So if nothing else, it gets points for that. They didn't do CG puppets. But then again, neither did the Muppet movies, and there's tons of them. Does Zelda's Queen spawn up there?
I think so.
Okay.
At least that's where my instincts are leading me, and they're usually correct, but I might be wrong this time.
I like Avenue Q, chat, that's why I gave it a chance. It's like, oh, an adult puppet movie? Sure. It's a very small Zelda screen.
Yeah, and I think we need to kill the Celtos as well.
Yeah.
But that will happen naturally, just by fighting the Queen. Ow.
Attacked by Donnie.
Get hit by the tail.
And I'm going to watch the Dark Crystal series. I remember the Dark Crystal movie, like very, very vaguely. I was very young. I remember it being quite scary, I think.
No memory of that, so it must not have been translated.
Yeah, it's a very famous, like, puppet movie.
Which is now being turned into a series, because...
Yep, because everything is.
Milking nostalgia, I guess.
Can't wait till they do a Labyrinth series and then have some kind of knockoff David Bowie do all the music for it.
Oof, that would be horrible.
Yep.
I mean, if they get Weird Al to do it, that could work.
Get who?
That's the only way I could... Weird Al.
Oh, Weird Al.
That's the only way I could see it work.
Oh, that would be interesting. A Labyrinth remake or TV series with Weird Al as the Goblin King.
Yes.
I didn't know I wanted something so badly until I heard. It was very dark. That's probably why I remember it being that way then. Isn't it the one where like the villains are those horrible looking bird puppets? Like they're like crows but they're all spindly and horrible? Is that one?
That sounds familiar for some reason.
Yeah. Well, there was like production shots in this new series, so maybe that's where I'm remembering seeing like the new versions of them from.
I guess so. Possible. Just new stuff and old stuff blending together to form new kind of memories. Yes, that's what they're banking on.
That is those. Okay. Wish I could remember the original better.
You could go back and watch it again.
I could, but I've got enough non-fiction, fiction, I mean, crap that I could be watching that I'm trying to avoid. So I can tell myself I'm not watching trash TV if I'm watching documentaries and such. Even if they're low budget or low effort non-fiction.
Even if they're like exploitation non-fiction?
Yeah, like I don't remember if I ever talked about it, but I did watch one. It's on Netflix. It's from New Zealand, I think.
Yeah.
And it was called The Fat Ward. Did I ever talk about that one?
I don't think so. Is it one of those like who's the biggest loser kind of deal?
No, that's what I thought it was going to be going in, but it's very specifically about a hospital and a doctor in New Zealand or Australia, whichever one it was, doing a radical treatment for people who want to lose weight. But it's not like a gastric band or anything like that.
Yeah.
It's a permanent cutting out of 90% of the person's stomach.
Oh yeah, I've heard about this.
Yeah, I had some. I don't understand why it's 90%. Because yeah, they eat less, so everybody loses weight who has it done. But then their lives are irreparably changed. Like one lady suffers from near constant dehydration just because she hasn't got the room for the water required.
Yep.
They're stuck on like a very vitamin heavy because they can't get the stuff in them that they need. So I didn't like that it didn't ever explain like here's why it's 90%. Why not 70%? Because it seemed unnecessarily cruel to take out that much. It does seem that way. I mean, everybody who has it done says they're happy with it, but they only ever check in at like 6 months later. How about 2 years later? That interests me. Also, it did have it had an air of like doing like plodding along music and stuff where it's showing like here's the person when they're fat, so it's kind of exploitative.
Yeah.
Like there's one lady who doesn't have the surgery done because to get the surgery done they want you to lose some weight first to prove you can do it. And there's one lady who doesn't, and a lot of her scenes she seems like she has very low IQ. Like she seems like she's not fully developed mentally, so she has a very childish way of talking despite being in her 30s.
Yep.
And it plays a lot of that kind of music when she's talking.
Also, the Celtus was optional then, because it's playing the victory music.
I wasn't even really focusing because I was talking. They did show that lady eating her breakfast once, and she has KFC for breakfast where she gets a French loaf, cuts it open, puts in fried chicken, pours melted cheese over it, and adds in some chips as well.
What the? Why? How?
Well,
that will give me a heart attack in the morning.
They ask her, and she just says it's because it makes her happy.
Fair enough, but still, why?
I don't know.
Also, Celtus also died.
Nice. I mean, she does try and, like, she wants to try and get the surgery, so she does try and lose weight, so she goes on, like, oh, she's having milkshakes and stuff, and she thinks she's having healthy ones. And then when she goes back to the doctor to talk about them, it's like, no, they're full of sugar. What are you doing? And it's just like, oh, they show her a spread of pictures of like fruit and veg, and she doesn't know what any of them are.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but that's a point where I'm like, that's not a being fat thing. That's someone's failed this lady in her education. Like, I might not know what a yam was until I played Stardew Valley, but I might not like lettuce. I know what it is. Did you poop, dog? You did poop, dog.
She is a poop dog.
Oh, we got Enraged Guard 3. I'll be back
Yes.
in a minute. You pick a hunt, and I will take it.
Okay, will do. Right, let's see what we have here. Anything nasty in this list? Should I post the 50 Vespite quest? No, I'm not that evil. Let's go with... Oh, this one looks nasty. Shogun, Lavaziov, and Agnactor. No, I'm not picking a cat quest. I'm not feeling up to cat quests right now. No, I'm not picking an egg quest.
I'm back. What?
Welcome back.
I thought I heard you say Egg Quest.
I said I'm not picking an egg quest.
Oh, thank goodness. Although, honestly, that's kind of worse.
I know.
Who told you to do an Egg Quest? Pardon me, Reapier Fuel did. Your Vice President wanted a Cat Quest.
Yeah.
They're both on the list.
Like they weren't on the list to begin with.
Persons of interest. It doesn't work very well. Your father-in-law had surgery like that for different reasons and he's miserable all the time. Yeah, that's how it came across to me.
Yep. Sure sounds like it.
Happy in the short term, but unhappy in the long term, and it's irreversible. It seemed irresponsible of the doctor doing it. That's how it came across to me.
Yep, definitely. And he got paid for the documentary as well, probably.
Almost certainly, yes. But it's hard to tell if someone who is like Australian or New Zealand is an asshole because they all sound so pleasant when they talk. It's a very pleasing accent. It's just everything sounds all just chipper. And a question, but chipper.
Oh yeah, the Shogun is probably first. So up on the volcano.
Yeah. Up one more. What's going to be on the list tomorrow? Well, something new in terms of like all the new games we've tried this week. So Inquisitor, Martyr, Total Warhammer 2, Raft, Blackgate.
We haven't played Off the Record yet.
Oh yeah. I'm going to have to try and remember to include that. I didn't find any time this week to go back to Judgment.
Oh yeah, that's a shame.
It's a very small one. I might wait till Nier's out the way at this point then. It's not going anywhere. Oh yeah, Nier will be on the poll as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Off the Record will be the only brand spanking new thing.
If it's included, of course.
I'll try and remember. I forgot Judgment
Also, yeah.
last week, but I will try.
Well, best of luck. And yeah, gastric bypass surgery, I guess. Sounds horrible.
Yeah. Getting the band doesn't seem as extreme.
Correct, yeah. Just stop it from expanding too much. That could be useful. But it is like a big surgery too, so
Rewind. My friend got me trying a slight variance of the what's it called, intermittent fasting. Because he was telling me how, well, this might be wrong, chat, I'm going by what someone told me, so don't actually me, actually them.
Yep.
But the gist of it is, within a space of 24 hours, don't eat for 16. More or less.
Oh, a friend of my mother's is doing that.
So he was telling me how he's incorporated it into his sleep schedule to include that time, because in up to like 8 hours or however long you sleep, you're not going to be thinking about eating because you're sleeping. Don't actually me. How dare you? So I was like, you know what, I think I can actually incorporate that kind of into my normal day, because usually I have a snack after I stream, but if I have that snack before I stream and then don't eat anything until like 8:30 the next day, that's 14.5 hours. So I've been doing that for about a week now. Where that 14.5 hour space, nothing. Not that I get much sleep thanks to Sora, because she's been insistent on trying to get me up after like 6 hours. And it bugs the hell out of me. Because most of the time what she'll do is, because she doesn't get fed as soon as I get up or anything like that, she gets fed when I eat breakfast at 8:30.
Yep.
So she's getting up and then, yeah, she might get me to throw a toy for her for a little while, then she'll sod off and nap. That's the part that pisses me off. She gets me up so that she can go nap.
That's very strange. You have a very strange dog. No offense.
No, none taken, although she might have heard you. She's right here.
What's she gonna do? Send some sort of masked vigilante after me? I don't believe it.
Maybe.
That's one dead crab.
Nice.
Lavaziov is next, followed by Nectar.
Oh yeah, I also told him like after the stream I have to have a cup of tea because my voice is wrecked. I have to, and he's like, "Well, do you have sugar?" And I'm like, "No, I have sweetener." He said, "Well, you can't really have sweetener either." And then I just kind of thought for a while and said, "I'm having my tea." So I still have a cup of tea after a stream, but no food until morning. And it has helped. I managed to get over a little hump I've been trying to get over for a little bit. So it's making a positive impact so far. Because I got diminishing returns now from not eating as much cheese as I did.
Yeah.
Although I did lose like a stone just from not having as much cheese. Which either means that cheese is really bad for you or I was just eating a lot of it. Which it could be a mixture of both.
Might have been eating a lot of cheese, and cheese is calorie dense, so...
Yeah.
No, change out the meat for, like, tofu. That should also help.
I've never had tofu.
You have to do stuff to it for it to be good.
Actually, I might have had it in some kind of like ramen noodle cup. They sometimes
Almost certainly.
use tofu.
And I found it, it's over here.
Yeah, I know you have to drink a lot of water. Oh no, it's a gigantic fish.
Yeah. But these are always gigantic. They scale them down in Worlds. They might scale them up again in Master rank.
Could never do that. Cheeses love, cheeses life. Look, I still like cheese. And in order to not torture myself, I still let myself have it like once every couple of weeks in a meal. But what I used to do before was like have sticks of cheese in the fridge and just snack on them.
That is a bit much.
Not because I thought they were healthy, it's just that I like cheese. But now I only have it in things. And very rarely.
Don't have just the cheese, have like a slice of bread with some cheese on it.
I haven't bought like a stick of cheese or a bag of cheese or anything like that this year.
That's good.
Yeah. And the things I have, like the pre-packaged meals that have cheese in it, they always go skimpy on the cheese. There's barely any. As long as you don't get like something in a thick cheese sauce, which I'm obviously not getting.
And if there is cheese in there, it's skimmed cheese and like fungus cultures pretending to be cheese. That kind of thing.
Why is everything good so bad for you?
Because you're eating too much of it.
Yeah. Like if you have only, like if you do cocaine like once a year, you're fine.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on that.
Do quote him on that. I need my yearly cocaine. That's how I get stuff done around here.
Do you think the human race would be a lot more chill in general? Not cocaine though, because that's much worse. If you like were mandated to have pot once a year, but only once a year. If you had it any more than that, even for medicinal purposes, even if you had a license, you went to jail. No, wait, jail isn't
that
enough of a
wouldn't help.
deterrent. You lose an arm every time you're caught.
That wouldn't help either.
You lose a limb once you've run out of arms, its legs. How about they just kill you then? You don't have only one per year. They just kill you.
Don't see the point.
In the killing, or?
It seems hard to enforce. Also, it would be very easy to assassinate someone by just planting weed on them.
That's true. Okay, well, what about we institute the Vulcan law upon fire?
What now?
Damn, I was really hoping you were a big enough nerd to know what that was. That is the Vulcan law or tradition where they only have sex once every 7 years, but they become like really horny assholes when it happens.
Ah, I see. I knew about the 7 years, I didn't know what it was called. Never did watch much of Star Trek.
Nerd cred called into question.
I was doing other nerd shit.
That's true, you hear about it in Simpsons, because Comic Book Guy wants to institute it as well. For many of you this will mean a lot less sex, but for me, much, much more. It's gone north.
Yeah, it's gone south.
He went south. I mean, he went north, but then he teleported south.
Yes, that's what it does. Gotta remember this is a place in lava, so it only goes where this big lava is.
Don't worry, I've got super armor. I can't sprint, but I've got super armor.
This is the end, it's dead.
Don't worry, I was just calling in my blue lightsaber because I could.
Yeah.
Logic has no place in Monster Hunter.
Correct.
Oh, I've almost finished my
Just-
other broadside in contrast. Here it is. Just got the silver bits, which is not contrast to do.
Oh yeah, I see it. And the base, of course.
Yeah. Well, in the base, yes. Always the base. I dislike doing them for some reason.
Okay, yeah, we gotta go north and then... No, we can go south as well.
Wait, what is next on the list? Was it Volvodon?
Nectar.
Oh, right, yeah, over on the left. My next contrast endeavour is I'm going to try and do a Plague Marine in it, because I'm curious how it will look using a contrast base in the style I do. Just to see. I'm being a scientist, a paint scientist.
I mean, if you go after it with slime afterwards...
Yeah, there is actually a contrast paint called Plague Bearer Flesh, and it pretty much looks like the base green I use for my Plague Marines anyway. But I'm curious if it's going to let me skip the step where I dry brush Nurgling green over the top. Probably won't, because I think Games Workshop does encourage you to dry brush over contrast if you want to get like a neater look. I don't think it's necessary in most cases.
I'd do it.
It's a step too far for a lazy painter. And contrast is for lazy painters.
I guess so.
Also, I hope people like the contrast videos, because I like watching the sped up painting of things, because it just reminds me of watching so much like Art Attack and crap when I was younger. Just watching something coming together in like 3 times or 4 times speed.
Yep.
Don't say this guy is covered in cheese.
That would be very, very hot cheese.
Oh, that's the best kind.
Not to the point of being on fire. Also, it's consuming my camera.
What a gaff. Or
yeah.
Just as I was about to hit the belly, of course it cooled down.
Of course it did. It face is still red hot. And more like yellow hot.
That's just because you've been eating nachos.
Does this one have black gravios? I think it does, doesn't it?
No.
No, it
has,
doesn't.
It has Basarios, Gravios, and then Hyper.
Oh yeah, of course. It was 4 that had the black gravios.
Yes. He who we never speak of.
But we do regularly complain about the 13, 17, 19 death beams.
We speak of the atrocity, not the one who carried it out. Do a Hypergravios. Why don't you do a Hypergravios?
Yeah. Buy this game, do a Hyper Gravios.
Yeah.
Also buy Switch.
Yeah, get on it, bitch. Also just been rewatching a lot of Still Game because like I got the DVD box set just to see the final 2 seasons that weren't on Netflix.
Yep.
They were good, but it did. I think I mentioned this. I remember mentioning it before, but they Blackaddered it by having a sad ending.
Ah, I see.
Although it's not like that's the only sad moment, because they've had many seasons and they've had like little hidden messages in it and sad moments, just like, you know, old folk missing their grown-up kids who don't see them, crap like that.
Ah, I see.
And yes.
Nice. Do I need to sharpen? No, I don't need to sharpen. I don't have sharpness
it's a
plus
really
2 on this.
long roar, followed immediately by a thrash. I had this tiniest slither of stamina. Not the best position, but I'll take it.
It will have to do.
It's sort of staring because I've got the trick-or-treat bone under my foot and I refuse to move. Excellent.
Yep. It's gonna leave. But where is it going? Is that outside there?
Is it after the last one or is there something after it?
This is the last one.
Okay, I'm not going to bother eating another rodent steak then.
Yeah, it's out here. It's gonna sleep in the middle of the lake.
That ain't sleeping. Well,
It is now.
it's the forever sleep.
Great set to the sternum does that.
Just didn't bring it back. What else have I got sitting around that I can show off? A wrapper for an ice lolly? A very strange ice lolly?
Why is it strange?
Because it's raspberry donut flavour.
Raspberry donut?
Raspberry donut flavour fab. Wait, was that you on there?
Oh, strange.
Yeah, the parts that were meant to taste like the dough of a donut. Not great.
Rip.
You know, this heat I'm back into buying ice lollies.
Same here, to be honest.
Oh yes, they're bad for you because they're just sugar water.
Yeah.
Because everything is bad for you. If you even drink too much water, you'll die. In one go. You should drink lots of water in general, but too much and it'll kill you.
Not that kind, Zappo.
Lolly. I'm not changing our language because the internet is horny.
Hey, it was a tiny shogun. We called it Energy Charge 3.
Is that for the charge blade? The lightsaber
Switch X,
one?
I think.
Oh.
Tell that to the internet, Zappo.
I need a well done steak. And pushes.
How about a little bit of more pain?
Yeah, it depends what it is. You're right
As
to
a
cry.
Zap horse.
Wait, the subquest is place flag on mountaintop? Can you do that?
Yep, you can.
Is that up by where the Kezu babies eat you?
Yes. And the flag hurts you while you carry it, I think. Because reasons.
I see. Ooh, I know how much water you need to drink to die from it. I watched a program about someone who did it.
Man, that must have been a lot of water.
He had severe toothache and he was just constantly sipping on water to ease the pain, and he just didn't realise how much he was having. And then they took him to hospital thinking he was just, like, something was wrong because he was acting drunk, but it was actually just his brain drowning.
Ugh.
Like, I didn't know you could drink literally too much water. That's when I first learned it was a thing. And that poor sod.
Well, I'm definitely not in, like, danger from that.
Yeah, especially if you're in severe heating or hydrating out of yourself. Have you got it as bad as Paris, or is it like halfway in between us and Paris?
Currently, like, the heat wave is not as strong currently. It's gonna get worse again, like, towards the weekend. But it's like only like 38 degrees max.
That's only.
Still extremely bad, but not as bad as southern France.
It's not France anymore, it's fried.
Yeah, it's fried.
Like, normally if it's relatively hot, you crack an egg on a sidewalk, you'll get a fried egg. Do that in France and it just explodes.
Yep. It explodes in your hand before you can crack it.
Yeah, yeah. Nightfall Terrace, they're just a puddle of molten metal.
Yep.
I like that.
Basically. And they have no idea when the heat wave's gonna be over. It's probably only gonna get worse.
Especially reading about some people that died from the heat and the method in which they'd done it, because you'd think, oh, heat stroke, obviously. There's other ways you can die. Like getting...
Heart attacks, probably.
Yeah. And, well, one was like a 17-year-old farm boy who was working on the farm, overheating, jumped into the swimming pool, went into convulsions because of the temperature changing too abruptly.
Yep.
And just outright died.
Yeah.
Or jumping into a pool and then getting sucked into the undercurrent. That happened in the UK to like a little girl.
Yep. That's especially dangerous in, like, forest streams.
Yep.
Those are dangerous for that. I think that happened around here like a couple of years ago. Someone tried to cross the stream and whoop, they were gone.
Heat stroke is just stroke-like symptoms brought on by severe heat, right? That's why it's called that?
I have no idea why it's called that, I don't think so. Someone get us the symptoms of heat stroke stat.
Hunter notes that Google foo of yours. Google foo that Hunter notes of yours? Whichever.
I mean, if you Google it, you're just gonna find out it's cancer, but someone find out for us. Headache, dizziness, lightheadedness, lack of sweating,
Okay.
red, hot, dry skin, muscle weakness or cramps, nausea and vomiting,
So,
rapid heartbeats,
okay, so not the same as a stroke then. But
rapid breathing. Doesn't sound fun.
what's the acronym for her stroke again? It's FAST, isn't it? I just don't remember what it stands for. It's like the symptoms you have to watch for to diagnose a stroke in someone.
One is probably facial astigmatism, where like one side of the face is not lining up with the other one.
Yeah, yeah. Not being able to raise your hands above your head, I think, is another one, but I don't know what letter that corresponds to.
So no, heat stroke is not named for its stroke-like symptoms because it doesn't have any.
Why is it called heat stroke then? They should call it like heat death.
Fast is about the symptoms.
Yeah, that's what I said. Oh wait, no, did I say treatment?
No,
I mean, I know it meant symptoms.
not
so I
being
said
able to
treatment,
raise
I misspoke.
your arms, is that a symptom? Heat
I thought it
exhaustion.
was, yeah, I thought that one of the symptoms of
Okay.
a stroke was not being able to raise your arms. Slurred
Because
speech.
of the radiating pain. That's from your arms inwards, I think? Or was it outwards?
Weak arms.
You just need to gain max gains.
Hmm.
Just don't die, lol.
Yeah, it's easy.
Facial drooping, weak arms, speech difficult, time. What's time? The time for like calling the
Well, that's
the ambulance?
how long it's been going on, perhaps. Like if it doesn't disappear quickly.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Time is
just
of
dodge the
essence.
sun, don't get hit by it.
Thankfully, when I woke up and couldn't move half my face, I didn't panic because I didn't have any of the other symptoms. And it was Bell's palsy.
Yuck.
Was still a fright though, yawning in the mirror and then suddenly seeing that half my face wasn't moving.
That is pretty bad, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Still haven't ever had another bout with that. It's supposed to come back.
Ew, that's scary.
Yep. Just get to look like a pirate for a month.
Yar. Is that the month you stream exclusively pirate-themed games?
Maybe. Or I could just pirate all the games that I play.
Literal piracy.
Yeah. They'd never know. Well, the eye patch could give it away, I suppose. But that would be stereotyping. I could sue. You're sitting bonny, Sora, but you're slightly too tall. People like Sora. There you go. That's better. She saw me looking, and then she was like, "Oh no, he knows the toys are here. Must get in position."
Yep.
She came back. She's blepping. Just a little blip. But she was blepping. I saw the tip of the tongue.
Nice.
Hooray!
It's dead.
Dave.
Oh, carve its bits.
Alright,
Especially
yeah.
the hearty bits.
Which it has been hurting thoroughly. She's beating up Snake. Not Solid Snake. Just a snake. Not last night, but the night before when Sora was lying on my bed just after I got into it and I was going to sleep. Just as I felt like sleep was going to grab me, she must have heard something with the window being open because of the heat that just set her off, and she just barked as loud as possible. Gave me heart bloody failure. Lying right next to me in the bed, just started. Oh, I shouted at her when she did that. Like the kind of shout you get if you get scared. It's like you're letting out as aggression. Don't know what she heard because there was no noises that I could hear.
Rustling in the underbrush.
It's a very bloody end screen for me.
Yep.
It's a lot more blood than you usually see, actually. I see her in the reflection. She's trying to dig out one of the remaining noisemakers, I think. You get your nose stuck in there. Ghosts? Is she just scaring them off, like, don't come here?
Possible. Although, not really.
Maybe she's got PTSD from all that crime fighting she isn't doing.
Bunch of tempered monsters. That's it for HR6 plus. And HR7 is just filled with pain.
Yes, I know.
Although this one isn't so bad. I found one that's just an Azoth and a Gammoth.
Is that the one where you're in the ruin, the ruined arena place? Because that makes it a bit more difficult.
We could do that one.
Yeah, okay, it's gonna be a little, well, yeah, okay, fine. You went straight from my chair.
No, I didn't. I was on my way to the box. I was looking at my inventory.
I don't believe you. The Mountain God's Lightning.
Yeah.
It's a good quest name.
I ate for lightning defense.
I did not. I ate for invulnerability frames up.
I mean, that's a good choice.
She managed to get that right on my foot.
Very talented.
And then she ran off and grabbed a different toy.
Not very talented.
She has a distinct set of skills, it's just that none of them synergize with each other. That is a big chemical.
Yep. Kill that first.
Ryzik would die a lot easier. Gamito is a tanky lad.
And let's kill the Zap Master first.
Yes, let's. You attack so slowly when you're not cheating. You had a crazy bout of sleep paralysis. You were positive there was a figure behind you for a good 10 minutes or so. Behind you in the bed?
Like standing at the head of the bed if it's not connected to a wall.
I thankfully I've never had it, nor would I wish to, because it sounds horrible.
Yep, that sounds bloody terrifying.
Well, I did see like a little comic somebody drew about sleep paralysis that I thought was quite fun. It shows the whole sleep paralysis thing and then seeing a horrible monster and then not being able to react, and then the monster comes back and sees a handwritten note next to the bed, and then on the note it says, "I'm sorry I can't react to you, I have sleep paralysis, I don't mean to be rude." and then it shows the monster being shocked and them cuddling. Like
Wow.
a friendly embrace, not a romantic embrace.
I've seen enough anime to know where this is going.
Yeah. I got my nightmare quote out of the way when I was young from watching way too many horror films prior to being 18. But the weird part was, when I was very young and watched horror films, they had no effect on me because, I don't know, I didn't see them as being like potentially real. But then when you get just a little bit older, you start thinking, well, yeah, maybe they are real. Maybe there could be just like a serial killer hanging around or something.
Most of my nightmares were about dinosaurs.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Mostly velociraptors.
Is that from watching Jurassic Park? Is that what did it?
Yep.
I was going to make fun of you, but I distinctly remember a recurring nightmare I had about a bear breaking into my house.
Oof, that's more realistic than a bloody velociraptor.
Yeah, and yet none of the horror films I watched involved bears, so I don't know what that was about.
You better not play Condemned then. That has a very terrifying bear sequence if I remember correctly.
What's the name of that movie that was on Netflix? Extinction? Is that the one? The one with the bear that sounds like a human. Because that's nightmare fuel right there.
That sounds like nightmare fuel.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's the best scenes in the movie are the scenes involving that thing. It's because everything inside the area the movie takes place is kind of like it absorbs the cells of things it kills, so it's killed people, so it starts to be able to cry in human voice.
I see.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Like genuinely horrible scenes involving it, or like suspense.
Wasn't
scenes.
that whatchamacallit?
Annihilation, not Extinction. That's the one.
It reminds me of that one Stephen King film with the alien goo that absorbs people.
The Blob?
What was it called? What's that called? Dreamcatcher?
See, I remember Dreamcatcher as something I read, but I don't remember anything about goo, alien goo.
I would look it up, but I'm kind of busy right now.
Yeah. In the actual movie, it had a human face embedded in part of its face as well, didn't it? It had like a partial human skull, from what I remember.
Yeah. It's very thing-like of it.
Oh yeah, the creatures in that do look very thing-like, just because it is a mixing of species. That's what makes it neat. There's like, the movie craps the bed at the end, because the ending is terrible, but everything up to that is just wonderfully weird science and a couple of creepy scenes. Like the man who died to a shotgun blast, but he kind of became mushrooms on the wall, and the mushrooms grew into his shape, being splattered by a shotgun.
Oof.
You're like, that's right out of the thing, that kind of stuff.
Yep. Too bad the Thing video game that came out like PS2 was so shite.
Yeah.
It was just a bloody Half-Life ripoff.
Oh yeah, the Thing is on Netflix now as well. I haven't seen it since I was a kid. I'm going to watch it, yeah. That's on my list. But it's fiction, so it's low on my list.
You'd rather watch some trashy documentary than a good film?
I really would.
Well, you do you.
Just because it feels like at least it's real, and I can tell myself that there's educational reasons to be watching it rather than just...
Are those documentaries really real, or are they, like, dramatized?
I always, like, if I ever watch, like, a documentary that's... Well, sorry, a reality TV thing. Don't sully documentaries by calling reality TV documentaries. I always like pausing it during the credits just to see that message that says how much of it has been reshot. All those Netflix cooking shows have that, like massive texts about how they had to refilm things. But they always do say that it doesn't affect the outcome. That's just, yeah, that's standard fare.
Yeah. Wait, how decreased? Do I have white sharpness on this? Just never
Ow.
noticed. I do. Okay.
There's websites that give you instructions on how to purposely trigger sleep paralysis. They just want you to make friends with the Shadow Demon, that's all.
Yep.
Give it a name, leave a note out for it, apologise for not being able to talk to it. It'll understand.
I think it's like part of that subgroup of people that try to induce lucid dreaming in themselves.
I thought the only reason to do
That
that
kind
was
of
horny
nonsense.
reasons.
Yes. Obviously.
So that would be a fun, fitting punishment for someone trying to do that. Oh, you wanted to lucid dream your fantasies? Here, you're sleep paralyzed now. Enjoy.
Yep. Have fun with that.
Think about what you've done. So, you're just gonna relax there, are you? Okay. You can do that if you want.
As long as the paralysis demon is down for it. Christ. Well, have fun.
I think I mentioned it before, but my friend had a recurring nightmare that I got run over by an ice cream van, so they never let me go near one in their presence.
Okay. That's nice of them.
I guess, but also obviously not real.
Well, yeah, that movie was called Dreamcatcher, wasn't it? Yep, it was.
Well remembered, old man.
Thanks. And it had some red alien goo, I think. It wasn't very good, though. I wouldn't recommend that one over the thing.
Yeah. You know what else is on Netflix that I have marked but haven't dared delve into? They've got every season of Star Trek.
Oh,
Like every season.
season?
The original season, the cartoon
And-
version of the original season,
Ooh,
Next
and
Gen,
Next
Deep
Generation.
Space, Voyager.
Oh, that's a lot of nerd shit.
Yep. Oh, well, back then that's what, like 7, no, not the original series, but all the rest, 7 seasons of each.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, dare I? I don't know.
That will keep you busy, but it's fiction, so
But it's fiction, yeah.
can't watch anything good. Gotta watch something weird. How are you feeling about 3 Rajangs?
Nope.
Okay, just asking. Because we're running out of things, except
We
for
can do like
Hypermonsters, of course.
low G rank. Small fry. Oh no, hang on a minute. Yeah, some G2 we've got here. Capture a Barrath, hunt a Nibblesnarf. Well, a Nargacuga. Sure, let's do the Nargacuga. Remember, it's G rank. Also, apparently you can fight Nargacuga in the Frostborn Bear.
Oh,
He
is it just
he
on the
has
map?
he has a very low chance of turning up on the Jagras fight.
Oh, I see.
We'll do Nibblesnarf
Let me
after.
just...
It's fine, I'll just do toys for the doggo.
Okay, I have eaten. Joined the
sorry.
quest, and I'm ready.
Yes, that's my shirt. Why are you sniffing it? That's a hole in my shirt that you're now sniffing. Just going to see her tail wagging if I turn the camera anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Found it.
Yep. That's where I expected it to be.
It's not overtime, we've got 20 minutes, 25 minutes. 25 minutes. Do you have a concept of time yet?
I don't think so. She's just going by tone of voice.
I don't know what spurred it, but she has gotten better for pooping in the back garden. I don't know. She started doing it when I offered to let her out after meals.
But the walks are still just for exercise, right?
The walks are, yes, she enjoys no part of the walk.
No, you've said the dread word.
That's fine.
Yeah, gotta remember this is G rank.
Yeah, so it does damage.
It's also mad. Oh yeah, double taste slam. Yeah.
You thought you dodged the first one, but there's another one.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
Call now, you get a second tail slam absolutely free.
The call is just a scream of pain. You have no idea what a nibble snarf is? You've never seen us fight one?
Well, then it's about time that we did one.
Yeah. But it
Also,
will
I
not
still
leave
think
me alone.
that Nagakuga has the best theme in all of Monster Hunter.
You just think that because of the cat video.
Yes.
You associate it in your mind.
But it's true as well.
I like Zemogers.
Unless, of course, we include Proof of Hero, because that's the best one.
I guess that is in a lot of fights, so it counts, yeah.
But for individual monster themes, I think Nagakuga takes it.
Oh, right, Brave Stance doesn't work from behind. Yet another reason that it's not as good as it could be. Time to fall over. Never mind, he's back on his feet already.
Yep. He's quick. And angry. Ow.
And one chance to do a charged up attack.
Well, that was the zone line. I'll be back in a second.
Well, I think I'm about to get knocked through as well. So don't zone through too quick. Because my cat is down as well.
It's directly in the zone line.
Let me know when it's moved.
It's moving.
I'm back, baby. That time I'm surprised it didn't hit.
Same here. Guess it was just jumping to move, not jumping to attack.
You can do that? Did he get knocked out of the air there?
Yes.
Nice.
He did a belly flop.
Oh. Too much to ask for
Bloody
to do it
hitbox.
twice. Yeah. I have an opinion that you are not going to like. I think it's the tone that stops his theme being as monotonous as Tigrex's, but it's still just as annoyingly repetitive.
Okay. I respect your opinion.
It's only a game. Why do you have to be
Why do you
mad?
have to be mad? That would have been perfect timing if Valinor had been mad, but he wasn't. Thank you for the bits, Lord Psychon. And for
That's
giving
leaving.
25 people in chat an emote that they'll have for one more day.
Rip.
Unless they're in my Discord.
Shh, shh.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Crimes? Crimes.
Misappropriation. Hello again, Sora.
Yeah.
Want to sniff the camera? Yeah. This, here, look. Here. It smells of chat.
I wonder.
Honestly, it probably just smells of paint water. This is right next to my water jug.
Possibly, yeah.
Oh, it's, apropos of nothing, retweeted a picture that every time I think about it, I just can't help laughing. It's Duncan from the Games Workshop crew, who is the one who always did the painting tutorials and always said thin your paints, and then he became a meme because of contrast paints being one thick coat and him hating them. There was a picture of him smiling, holding up a mug, and just having the biggest grin on his face, and then someone had photoshopped along the bottom, drink your paint water. And every time I even think about it, I just start laughing. I loved it so much I saved it to my phone. I'm gonna use it as my desktop on my phone for sure. It's just his smiling face just holding up a mug. Drink your paint water. Duncan teaching all the best methods of everything.
Yep. But hey, I did one thick coat before it was cool.
So did I. Wow, it really does give you a hell of a defense up.
But I guess everyone starts out that way.
Also, it only lasts like 20 seconds and takes about 20 years to be ready, so it's pretty garbage, but it definitely makes you damn near immortal, because he was hitting me multiple times there and nothing was coming off.
I mean, I guess if you like had someone in your group with like SB boosting stuff, and you used Hunter drinks or something like that,
yeah,
it could make it useful, but that takes preparation. That's
even when we did the Hyper Gypseros, I still wasn't getting it that often. Remember the tale if you haven't.
I haven't. It's a G rank.
It is
be
G
serious here. You only battle carve in G rank if you think you're gonna fail.
I disagree. Maybe I just really want that contact lens. Although if we were fighting like a G rank Devil Joe and Rajang, then yeah, it's a fail carve. What do you wear when it's not too hot, but also not too cold? Too thin coats.
That's a weird outfit.
Yeah, it doesn't even make any sense.
You do multiple
Who
thin
wears
coats.
2 coats? Sora, get him! Okay, now just imagine she's doing that to your brains.
You gotta do the proper kill words. Do a raspberry.
Hang on, I'll wait till she's back. Sora. Kill phrase Omega.
Well. Certainly works.
How's it forget? That's 4 ones in a row there. Trying to limp maybe? Nope. Trying to get mad.
Got staggered out of it. But it's still mad. Ow. Should have rolled.
There's the limp.
It's limping. Where does it go to sleep?
Snakes and a ball.
Ah, in there.
So you waiting until it sleeps?
Mm-hmm.
He'll be asleep by now.
Hopefully.
No, it sleeps on the top of the waterfall cave, doesn't it?
Don't think so. Did it go all the way to the water? I think it might have done. Don't think it's in here. Nope. Must have gone here and then moved. There it is. It's moving.
I'm zoning now. Yeah, I ain't sleeping.
Pretty sure it's gonna move again in a second.
Yep. Immediately.
Yep, it's going up there.
Came back to pay its respects to its tail.
Mm-hmm. Too soon.
Oh, what a shame, we'll just have to kill it.
How is it doing up there?
Oh, it's where stuff nests sometimes. It wakes up. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Jesus.
That was a loud motorbike. Someone's taken off the noise limiter.
That thing.
Yeah.
Just trying to cap it, kill it. No! You're shipping him to the new world. You're the black marketeer that's getting all these new monsters there. Yeah, lead with the high next time, not the unnecessary backseating. Because otherwise you come across like an ass. It's like passing someone in the street and just stopping them, holding their hands and say, you should lose weight, and then just walking on. It might be helpful, it might be true, but it's still rude.
I mean, we've gotten to G rank now, yeah. I think we can handle it.
Twice over for me.
Oh yeah, of course.
We only did it once, but we fought the bullshit Diablos that I've forgotten the name of.
What was it called?
The Japanese name was called like Bloody something? Bloody Death Explosion? I don't know. Yes, we're doing the Nibbles now. Is that tier 3 we're doing? No, tier 2.
Bloodbath Diablos?
I don't think it was Bloodbath, was it? I could have sworn it was Blood something, but not Bath. I don't know, either way. What's the English name for it?
I have no idea.
Because I don't think we're going to get to the HR required to get it before Frostborn. Massacre Demon Diablos, that's the one. Massacre Demon. And Diablos 3.
Yep. Diabloska. Ooh, secret zone.
No, I refuse. I'm gonna go snarf my nibbles.
Indeed. I'm just collecting the stuff up here. Got an ancient shard. No idea what I would use it for, if it turns out to be a decent weapon instead of the usual crap.
Snarf.
I think nibbling your snarf isn't allowed on Twitch. You'll have to keep this one quiet. I'm guessing Persona games are too long for streams.
Yeah, I'm never gonna play a Persona game. It would have way too much backseating as well. For not optimally using your social days.
Oof, that sounds horrible.
Yep.
Hello, Nibble Snarf.
Plus the waifu wars. We went through that and started.
Did we?
Well, I feel like we would have done had I not picked a husband.
Oh yeah, true enough. I just picked the person I had affinity with, I guess. Not because it was easy to find amethysts. Nah.
You know, the first VOD of Nier's up on YouTube, it has at least a couple of comments being like, yeah, you are gonna play multiple times, aren't you? It's a meta-narrative game. You really should do this and this. And then someone said, well, at least get E. The fuck does that mean?
That's ending E. They're not expecting you to get all the 27 endings, they're just expecting 5.
I'm getting 1.
Because that's the actual end.
I'm getting exactly 1.
Yep.
Because honestly, I'm kind of disappointed in the game. With how highly it's praised, I find it very mediocre. And the story eye-rollingly on the nose. But then I have seen enough memes about it that maybe that's diluting it slightly.
Possibly.
But I also just don't give a shit about machines as well, which probably doesn't help.
That doesn't help, no. No, ending E is the third playthrough, basically. The one that's different. Not 5. 5 playthroughs would be a bit much.
Yeah, that'd be ridiculous.
Yeah, I've made my peace with you, like, just playing it through the once and getting the first ending. It's a meta-narrative, it's always an option to stop at the first ending.
Yep.
That's what makes the meta-narrative work.
Also, YouTube exists. If I care about the story at that point, I'll just watch the other endings. I have a feeling I'm not gonna though, and then people will want me to stop anyway, because I won't like a thing that they like. I feel like it's gonna be one of those games.
Yep. Did we not mark it? Oh, there it is. If you want to see someone react to the ending, there's plenty of reaction channels out there for you.
Their faces are doing the oh my god with their hands pulled up to their chin really unrealistically, like no human ever actually has done outside of acting.
It's stage acting for when you have to compel something over a large distance.
Yep. And yet for some reason it's translated into YouTube thumbnails in the modern era. To convince children to press on them. I hope this doesn't happen to at least give the game a chance, but I worry that there's going to be like spoiler comments as well.
For what, Nier?
Yeah,
or
because I feel like
yeah,
it is probably something
almost
that
certainly.
could get spoiled.
Almost certainly. Have you mentioned on video, like on the Nier videos, that you're only gonna do one playthrough, and like, because then you're gonna get a shit ton of spoilers
I
trying to
definitely
convince you to go to the other endings?
I don't remember when I said it, but I remember saying to Chris B, like, I'm going for exactly one ending. I don't remember if that was while
Fair
we were
enough.
playing it, or if that was while I was playing something else and we were just talking about Nier.
I think it might have been doing something else.
I hope so then, because then at least if I didn't mention it in that, then I can spare myself a lot of hassle. Please don't lick my hand. This is the last hunt. It's okay. It's last hunt, okay? Yeah? Stop licking my hand until I drop the controller. It's subtle warfare.
That's subtle. What's like open warfare?
Biting my hand to drop the controller, I guess.
Oh,
Not,
I guess,
not
yeah.
that she would ever do that, but that's what I would assume would classify.
Nah, people would break out real spoilers.
He's sleeping? No, he's just chilling.
Nope, it's just chilling at the zone line.
Like a huge honker sticking out the sand. Something else is here?
Yep, but what? No.
Oh, that's a little strange.
That's nothing to worry about.
We'll evolve it on.
Just a quick stake. No Bobby on out of nowhere.
It's fine.
After I say it's nothing to worry about.
Just got sandblasted.
Nice.
Oh, you broke his mouth thingy at some point.
Yep.
His mouth cherry.
What's that part of the body called? Something with U in the beginning.
Yep, but all I can think of is like vulva. It's not that.
Yes. Uvula? Is that it?
Sounds similar.
Something like that. Yeah, I got it.
Uvula. It's like a
Got a
vulva
catfish.
for your throat.
Yes. But don't hit it. It'll make you puke.
Yeah, don't hit your mouth vagina.
Yeah. You zone through.
Wait. There was Snarfate in here.
He's still with me, fighting.
Oh! Why did I think he left?
I have no idea.
I thought I saw him limp away.
Nope. There you go. Mark them for you.
Well, mistakes were made. Sora is the reincarnation of Hat Girl. Well, I'm glad to hear that Hat Girl died, but I guess she is just an agent of chaos.
Known terrorist, Head Girl died.
Self-interest. Like, I didn't realize Hat Girl was such a bitch until they added those journal entries. Where she is just
Now it's
horrible.
limping. Does it sleep in the desert or does it go to the
It
cave?
goes to the cave. That's why I went there.
Yeah, it goes to the cave.
Yeah.
My maw is ready, so I'm gonna blow it up once I get there.
Fair enough. I'm going to see if there's any amusing YouTube comments.
Go for it.
Actually, before I stop the stream as well, I'm going to go... I'll show off my 2 level codes in Mario Maker. I'm curious how many more people have tried them now.
It didn't kill it. Okay. But it must be close.
I'm just going to chill out
It's
here.
gone under.
They'll never find me.
Why isn't it dead yet?
Do, 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 do. Oh god.
I think you might be in danger. Oh, never mind. You aren't in danger anymore.
Very, very nearly jumped into it.
Damn it. That bar was full. But they're denying the fish.
No matter what game it is, you just don't do the fishing.
But yeah, I gotta do more fishing in Final Fantasy 14.
Why?
Because there's no storyline attached to the fishing.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Ah. The Volvidon is here. Panic.
No.
Ah! My carves! Okay, got him.
It's a hell of a camera angle. There's a new tax on being dead. There is tax on being dead already. I
it's
can't tell
called
if you're
funeral.
joking or not. No, inheritance tax.
That too, yeah, but you don't pay that because you're dead.
Well, it's a tax on your estate, which is your money. The fact you're dead is irrelevant. Still.
I mean, you're dead. It's not your money anymore.
Yeah, but a funeral isn't tax at all. It's a cost. It's not tax. Yes, dying is expensive. And on that positive note, that's where I will end the local link recording for
Yep.
YouTube. It's amazing how many of these end with that. Nope, but one more for the books. See you next time. Staff for now.